Greeting members of graduating class. As a victim of the system, I feel it is my duty to spread some knowledge around. You who are about to receive your diploma should also receive an apology from this school and a refund of a large portion of the time and money you spent here. You have been cheated, bicked, propagandized, and badly educated. You have been brainwashed into thinking college is the only successful next step. It is not. But if you do go to college, your tuition will be much too costly, for which you can blame the federal government and the university. Washington has produced a bubble in higher education, just like it has produced a bubble in the housing. Some government planner decided that too few people owned houses, so the planners decided to force an increase in home ownership. They lowered lending standards for people seeking a mortgage. This produced a glut of subprime loan and subprime borrowers, and then a crash. Next, some government genius decided that too few people went to college, so government made student loans and other tuitions subsidies easier to get. Of course, colleges and universities responded by increasing tuition to capture these government subsidies. This is why the cost of college has been rising 4 times faster than the rate of inflation. The cost of a college has increased faster than the cost of health care. There is now over $1 trillion in student loan debt. There's more student loan debt than credit card debt or auto loan debt. Most of you going to graduate college with debt, and in fact, you're graduating without a mortgage. And what will you get with all this expenses? A subprime education. Today's students study many fewer hours a week than students did a generation ago, but they're getting higher grades. This too is the result of government creating incentives. The government money gives colleges incentives to admit more and more students. Inevitably, this means more and more students who are marginally qualified or unqualified. Many of these students will pay tuitions for a few semesters and then leave school with debt, but no degree. Others will plow along, paying tuition, piling debt, and eventually getting a degree, but not in 4 years. You've seen the shirts out there, college, the best 7 years of my life. Those of you who are planning on majoring in gender studies, or women's studies, or ethnic studies, or cinema deconstruction, or any of today's academic fads, to you I have this advice. When you get out of this graduation ceremony and you take off your cap and gown, do not bother looking for a job. Instead, go straight to the unemployment office. This university did not equip you to add value to the American economy. Soon the university's officer in charge of giving will ask you, "Can we have your money?" And your response should be, "Are you kidding me?" Instead of sending money to this university, send a schedule your student loan repayment plan. This campus, being like most campuses, you have been living in a community of forced conformity. When you leave and into the world, you are in for a shock. Since this is a typical campus, it has a speech code. It is forbidden and punished speech that has not conformed to the fashionable political piddities. It has used its speech code to teach you that you have a special entitlement, that you are entitled to pass through life without hearing any speech that annoys, depresses, confuses, offends, or otherwise mistreats you. But guess what? Off campus, off in reality, no one recognizes this entitlement. You're going to discover that the Constitution makes the rest of America an all-free speech zone. The school has restricted speech in order to protect your tender sensitives and to protect your feelings from being hurt. When you leave this campus, you will have to unlearn the silliness you were taught here, the idea that you deserve to be treated as a fair flower. For those of you with enough common sense to see all this brainwashing for what it is, I congratulate you. For those planning on going to a 2-year university or a trade school, I congratulate you. You'll be paying a sensible price for, in many cases, a better education, what the school actually cares about their students. But for those students of a 4-year university, you will be saddled with debt and bad ideas. For this advice, I have you. Good luck. You're going to need it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, thank you.